My name is Gwen Foster, and it was my own health issues of actually quite a lot of issues of lupus, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, asthma, allergies, acid reflux. I just had a ton of health conditions starting in my late 20s and early 30s. And I came to the retreat about 10 years ago, and thank goodness that Gisela decided to take over Hannah's work, because by the time I got to the retreat, Hannah had already passed. So even though I feel like I have a very personal relationship with her, it wasn't because I ever knew her. It was actually Gisela that was my first teacher in Hannah's work, and it changed my life. And at that time that I came to the retreat, I was actually very successful in business and in Houston, and I never dreamed that I would change careers. In fact, I kind of fought it for the first few years because I thought I was already established, you know, why did I want to do this? But I kept being led to change, and then I'm very glad I did, because it's much more rewarding than what I had been doing before. And ultimately, over about a 10-year period, I used the work more and more until finally relocating to Boulder and teaching with Gisela, which is really a dream come true for me. It's like a huge blessing. I had also a very unique situation that when I started using Hannah's work after taking, I was kind of, the first time took all the classes back to back. So the first time I came here was for 2 straight weeks. And I was actually overwhelmed by taking all the classes back to back, because it was like, oh my gosh, all this stuff I didn't know. I wasn't raised in alternative health or natural health. My family was just like not into this at all. So it was a huge transition. But the unique experience I had was that about the exact same time I took the class, like literally the next week, I bought a QXCI. And in over 10 years, I own many devices, and I was using Hannah's work with the devices. So when I would use the QXCI to determine what was resonant with a person, I was using Hannah's work and remedies to address the situation or fix the problem. And I had very, very good success doing it that way, and that actually led to my transition into having a full career in natural health. And so the transition went into developing the software, developing the program for Access Hannah. And again, that was a huge blessing that Gisela allowed us to use Hannah's work and teachings to turn it into a program that was very simple to use. It took some of the best features and qualities of all the devices I had used in the past. And now anyway, the sky's the limit. We just have so much opportunity with going forward with the classes, the trainings, Access Hannah, and actually living in Boulder. The atmosphere here is awesome. When I came here the first time, I was looking for reasons to come back. So I came back for other classes after those initial Hannah classes, and I always thought of it as a home away from home, because it was just I always felt very comfortable here, and I always felt like it was coming home. And me and my good friend Louise and Janice, who took the classes together in the beginning, have remained very good friends, and we always said the same thing. We always said it was always coming home, that we felt like that it was just the most comfortable place, sometimes even better than home, to be honest. I would just say that if you are thinking about taking classes, and I would, like Rebecca said, I would just do it, because it's life-changing, whether you want to help yourself, help your family, if you're a practitioner and you want to add modalities. And I do think it's one of the most comprehensive seminars. I think it's the best money I ever spent on a seminar, to be honest. And it brought together the physical, emotional, spiritual, and things that really aren't taught anywhere else. So I would just say that it's awesome, definitely worth the money, and if you've been thinking about it, you should definitely come to the retreat.